Okay, y'all know I really care about this if I'm going into a second video. Um, but sisters, aside from everything else, I want to talk directly to you. The naysayers will be naysayers. If you have gone through rape, if you have gone through domestic violence, and unfortunately, there are people out there who really belittle these two tragedies and think, oh, get over it. You have to move on. In a sense, yes. And a part of that moving on is accepting exactly who you are and being comfortable in your skin. I get it. I get it. Not everybody is supposed to be naked. I know that. Okay? No shit. But if you have a story to tell where the struggle, and I know for me, my struggle of looking at myself in the mirror for years, up until this project, I thought I was cool, and I wasn't. Nowhere near. The revelations that you go through with just being willing to say, I'm a sexual being, with being willing to say there is a part of my sexuality that I would like to explore without feeling guilty, without feeling like you are calling upon being a whore or an American European slut. That's the furthest from the truth. Getting back into your homeostasis, in your natural space, in your harmony and balance, means that you can accept who you are sexually, who you are in your sensuality. Sisters, brothers only have one choice when you only give them one choice. I love my brothers, and I really love the brothers who support and understand. They don't understand the psyche of a woman. They don't understand. I had a brother dear to me who said every single woman he knows has either been hit or raped. He does not know a woman who has not suffered from these tragedies. From the age of 15 to I believe he said 60. That means there's no age demographic, there's no race demographic, there's no economic demographic. That means so many things. And he said in order for him to understand, he has to take heed that he will never. And that was so profound to me because he gave me the support. He gave the support of saying, you know, when the adversity comes, understand it's gonna come. And it's going to be hurtful, and it's going to be insulting, and it's going to be people attacking who you are in your character as a woman. I had somebody, challenge me, does your mama know what you do? Yes, she does. Does my mama want to sit around looking at naked pictures of her daughter? No. But does my mother understand what I have gone through? And has she seen this transformation where now, for her birthday today is my birthday, but last week was her birthday, and she said, I have never seen you in such a harmonious place in your life. Those are the things I want the people who love me to say to me, because they see there's no facade anymore. There's no covering up anymore. And sisters, you can be brave enough to do that. And I pray that me being willing to put my bullshit out will at least spark you to not keep your bullshit in anymore. You don't have to go on YouTube. You don't have to do Blog Talk Radio. You don't have to go on Facebook. You don't have to pose nude. You don't have to do any of that. If you want to, though, it's okay. No one can control your being but you. Another thing that Brother Haki addressed was me taking on the name Aset. First of all, Aset was given to me. I didn't take this name. This was an attribute that many people gave to me. I don't play around. I don't read about something and then say, oh, I want to be called Malcolm because I'm an X. No, this was given to me because I went through thorough what I call my spiritual boot camp to be placed and to sit comfortably in the position that I am supposed to sit in the universe. This is not above or below anyone. I'm just very confident with who the ancestors and who the universe has me to be. One of the things that is always so funny to me, hilarious even, is that everyone says, you're all set. You have this strong Aset energy. If you've ever, the few people who have read my chart, everyone says I have Aset energy in me, and I do. You're all set. You're not supposed to be doing that. Did we forget? Aset went looking for her man's penis. She didn't go look for his left pinky. She went, manifested, encouraged some type of sensuality to happen so she could bear seed. If that's not some sensual shit, I don't know what else is. Let me get like that. Okay? The Aset energy is not just exclusive to one sister. It's not exclusive. There's only one Aset on the planet. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. And it also is not so. She built monuments dedicated to the penis. Get out of here with that. If we're going to make a religion out of spirituality, then I opt not to participate. That is not my understanding. And that's okay if that's yours. That's okay if you follow the Aset goes into Mary and it's just this whole whatever it is that you want to follow in this virgin and all of this great stuff. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I applaud you and I respect and honor that. I do. But my understanding is that there is an extreme sensuality side of Aset. There's an extreme understanding of the sexual healing through Aset. There are more stories than the story of Aset, Asar, and Heru. I hope we know that. And if you don't, the great world of Google and archaeology will give you that information. I'm not here for that. I'm here to be very specific. There are so many goddesses. There are so many energies. Not even just with Kemetic sciences, Nubian sciences, East Indian, Native American, Latina. There are so many goddesses that are attributed to divine sexuality, divine sensuality, and we should not be afraid to embrace that side. That is a part of divine femininity. And when brothers who want to judge that get a full understanding, it's a beautiful, wonderful thing because the harmony and the healing power of the universe is divine. I am not afraid of understanding that the sexual healing that I can give is so sacred that it has to be where I am practicing celibacy to ensure that the energy is not given out prematurely, nor to an energy that may not be ready for it, or I may not be ready for it. Okay? There's a science to sex. There's a science to sex, to sensuality. Sexuality and sensuality are two different things. And I hope that anyone who tries to attribute any god or goddess understands that sensuality has never not been in the picture. I can't name one entity that has not engaged in sacred sensuality or sacred sexuality. I can't. Even Newton Gabe. I mean, we can go back so far. It has always been there. Why? Because that creates. I don't even understand. That is what creates us. I just wanted to address this because, again, it's my birthday, and there were a few sour faces on the page. I even got a text message from someone saying, I have so and so commenting on your pictures. Did you tell them why I took the pictures, though? Which is not your responsibility. You don't have to tell them why. And when the response was nothing, it was very clear to me. Let me once again address why I do what I do. There's purpose. There's purpose. In the likes of the great Nina Simone, in the likes of the great Josephine Baker, who both are huge influences on who I am as a Black woman in art, in performing art. Nina Simone very much is the reason why I found confidence to be this conscious performing artist, and I'm not afraid of it. I'm not, and I do not want any sister to be afraid of who their body is. If you are a stripper and you're willing to listen to this, I love you. If you are a Muslima and you're getting up for Fajr in a couple of minutes and eating right now because it's Ramadan, I love you. I was that Muslima who was beat and who hid behind my hijab instead of celebrating my hijab. And oh, how I wish I could have healed before I began to resent my hijab, because all it did was replace one controlling thing. I went from being raped to taking my shahada and then going into this abusive marriage. All it did was replace one controlling factor over another. Because I have done this calendar, because I am now fully comfortable in my skin, oh, how I value my hijab now. Oh, how I celebrate my sisters who choose to cover. Oh, how I celebrate my sisters who choose not to cover. Because the thing is that both of them need to heal. Both of them have been raped. That hijab that cloth of righteousness doesn't cover up the fact that they still were raped. Doesn't cover up the fact that they still are getting their ass beat. And that is why my art is going to be in your face. It's going to challenge you, and at least you're going to raise some type of awareness. You don't have to like it. I'm not going to convince you to like it, but just talk about it, and let's get to healing. You can still come to the table with me, even if you don't like it, because I still love you. You're not the one taking the hits, taking the insults. I am, and I'm okay with that. I love you all. Be well. bearastrology.yolasite.com. Get your calendar. October 8th, Naked at Auraria campus. Get your tickets now. It's going to be a profound play debuting the calendar. Peace and love. Happy birthday to me.